Molweni sitshomi zam. Yho, namhlanje ndizothetha ke ngomama Andrea Johnson. Testimony yakhe kwiMadlanga Commission. Yho, andisazi noba nguday bani, I've lost track. But i-testimony yanamhlanje, it was very explosive. Niyakhumbula kaloku ebuzwa about i-relationship yakhe noFeroz Khan. Kwathiwa makachaze into yokuba ithini into. I-relationship yabo injani? Is it a professional relationship, a personal relationship? Makachaze nje. Wathi ke na ke no, uyamazi uFeroz Khan. uFeroz Khan umazi ngoba bebesebenzisana kwa-crime intelligence nakwi-justice ke izinto zaka-SAPS embala ke akachaza into yokuba ke une-relationship enkulu naye. Wabuzwa ke nasekuqaleni about i-birthday yakhe, 50th birthday, wathi yes, I was invited, but sakhawuleze sahamba nomyeni wam i-environment yaphayana zange ndiyithande, and then we left. Okay, fine. Then kwathiwa hayi ke uyabona ke ngoko sifumene i-WhatsApp messages from ifone kaFeroz Khan. Wena uthi i-relationship eninayo, it's just a working relationship, ayikho enye into. Wathi yes, I am sure about that. Yo, izinto ezivelileyo kwavela high gorgeous. What no? When you said into ba i-relationship umamselo mahlapeselo hayi ndiyamvuma. Wathi no, wena kaloku uthe i-relationship eninayo is just a relationship yomntu osebenza naye. High gorgeous uvelaphi? And then onibizana dearest, I miss you. Kanjani? What are you doing? What are you cooking? We're coming over. Zonke ezo zinto zivelaphi kwi-WhatsApp messages zika Feroz Khan. No wonder uFeroz Khan engafuni ukuza azonika eyakhe i-testimony kwiMadlanga Commission, because uyayazi into yoba yo zingaphi kaloku izinto ezim-implicateayo uFeroz Khan. Nam if bendinguye bendingeke ndikwazi ukuza, because andazi abantu ebengazi into yoba uzophendula athini kwayena kuqala. So hayi ke avume ke into yokuba no, i-relationship ndinayo no Feroz, kodwa ke akhange atsho. Let me just point it out. She did not say into yokuba we have a romantic relationship. Uthe no, uKhan i-friend. Okay, fine. Kwaphinda kwapeqululwa ke WhatsApp messages, kwavela indaba kaSenthumule. Niyamkhumbula kaloku Hilda Senthumule, usisilo we-BBL, niyamkhumbula. Hayi, i-messages kuyabuzwa ke into yoba wena noKhan noSenthumule ithini into? Wathi no, uSenthumule ngumngani wethu. Niyakhumbula kaloku uGeneral Mkhwanazi esithi akamfuni uSenthumule because liphixi-phixi. uSenthumule uyishaya ngapha kuSibiya, aphinde futhi azoyishaya kuKhumalo. Niyakhumbula? Kanti ke ngoku sekuvela iyoba uphinde ayishaye phi? kuKhan. uKhan kaloku is uyavana uKhan uyavana no Shadrack Sibiya, so badlalela i-team A1, uyaqonda. So wabuzwa ke uHilda Senthumule into yoba ithini into yakho. What like, what's your view? I think we ad hoc about uNhlanhla Mkhwanazi. What no, uNhlanhla Mkhwanazi is doing a great job. Wamncoma. Hayi ke waphinda ke wayolantuka ke wayoshowa off i-BBL yakhe eParliament ke sithi no, I paid for this BBL ngebonus yam. andibazi abanye abantu bangenaphi. So bezinjalo ke ezanamhlanje. Ndizobuya nenye ivideo ke kaFani Masimula. If you like the content bethunana, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos. Thank you so much. Bye. Kuzolandela ke ilantuka ke i-video of what has been happening, the testimony. Please umamele, ulike. Thank you so much.
Your third statement, the statement of the 10th of July 2026, in response to a question posed to you through through a regulation 10.6 notice. I'm at page 7 of that statement, paragraph 16. The question had been your relationship with General Khan and how well you know him. Your response was a fairly terse one, stating that you know that he's a general based at Crime Intelligence. Before you became the investigating director, March 2022, you engaged with him in meetings with other stakeholders and attended net joints or other subs meeting at which he was present, and to which you had been invited by relevant component heads, deputy national commissioner or divisional commissioner. So, according to your statement, you significantly played down that relationship. In the course of engagement, we have subsequently established that that relationship is actually deeper than as you describe at paragraph 16. And I think it was Commissioner Kumalo who informed you of testimony before this commission regarding the fact that you attended General Khan's 50th birthday, whenever that was. And I think that shed some light on this relationship, that besides a professional relationship, you have this personal one. As you are well aware, you may very well have heard, the commission is in possession of General Khan's charts, downloads. And for that purpose, I would like to refer you to, I think it's file 9, annexure CJC 388.
Sorry, Councillor, which page? File 9.
File 9, up to page 3253. These are the chats between yourself and General Khan over a period. Just as a general note, would you agree that those chats reflect a deeper relationship than just being invited to a 50th birthday celebration by a colleague? You have a personal and deeper relationship with General Khan. Would you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am. I considered him a very good friend.
A very good friend. And in fact, on reading of this, it sounds like you visited each other's families?
No, we didn't.
You have been, I don't want to fight them. Personally, I don't.
Yeah, but I can indicate that there might have been an occasion where he would have invited us,
yes,
but we have not, I have not gone to his home. He has not come to my home. We have not socialized.
What happened to the, you and General Khan had agreed that you, your family, together with your parrot, will visit General Khan and you agreed what his family would cook for you for that day.
Yes,
So what, did that not come to pass?
it didn't come to pass.
But it's the kind of relationship where you have.
Where we would talk, yes. I have met him for lunch once or twice, but not at his home, not at my home. And the first time that I attended a social gathering, Chair, was at the 50th birthday, and both my husband and I had been invited, and we attended the birthday. But I have never been to his home, and nor he to my home.
I think I don't want to flight these. They don't take my point.
Can I suggest a way?
Read it to me.
Can you just look at 3245?
32?
3245. It might jog your memory. 3245, right at the bottom of the page. If you like, you can go to the next page. As you answer the question.
Oh, that for me was, that was for me saying, I can't remember what we had been talking about, but that was for me in jest where I said, I'm bringing husband, daughter, and parrot to your home for supper tonight, start cooking. We didn't go to his home for, it's, if I could just use,
in the next page, go to the next page.
yes. Yeah, he asked us what would we have liked to eat. I indicated what we like to eat. Yes, but we never went to his home. I'm dead serious, Commissioner. We did not go to his home. And we talked often like that about what's for supper, what you cooked. I'm coming over for supper, but you don't go over for supper. Sorry, Commissioner.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Are we still on home visits?
Wait.
3249. At 7, and it continues all the way to 3251.
Mr. Maybe while Advocate Johnson considers this, you should think about providing an explanation why you're not flighting this. We have flighted people's WhatsApp exchanges, and I think there has to be an explanation why.
There are a number of messages where they are communicating about minor children. And we've tried to do some deductions. In some places, we end up with quite a lot of blacked out parts. And the purpose of my referring to the charts is to establish a very, very close relationship with between General Khan and Advocate Johnson. And if Advocate Johnson were to confirm to you that theirs is a very close relationship to a point that they greet each other by stating, saying words like, "Hi, gorgeous," then it makes my point without necessarily having to use the chats. So the chats are not going to give me any relevant evidence for anything except to establish this very close relationship, contrary to what she had stated originally in her statement. Thank you.
So, Advocate Johnson, if you just look at chat 5, 6, 7 on 3249, and then it continues to 32. That is a sign of people who have a close personal relationship. And you can see there that it's not an IDEC investigation. It's really two people who are friends, and this relates to a favor to him. It has nothing to do with IDEC's work. If you just look at 3249, I will just read, for example, where he wants to know who's plotting against him, and you are to assist him. And he suspects that it is the Hawks that are plotting against him, and the two of you decide to meet, and you arrange for him not to sign in the normal course, but to come in via the VIP, entrance and come directly to your office without going via the reception. I mean, that's a summary of it. I don't want to go into.
Yes.
That's what it shows, at least to me. And if I'm wrong, you can say you're reading it incorrectly.
So usually, just on a point of correction, usually when we do, and he's not an exception to the rule, when we do invite high-ranking police officers to the office, we usually let them use the side entrance. And you will see, even if you go now, if there's high-ranking police officials there at the head office, we grant them that entrance.
But you see here, the purpose of the visit was to come and see you on a personal matter.
And he did.
Yeah.
And it was a personal matter. And
Advocate Johnson, if I may, with your leave, if I may, I have argued against projecting these messages because they have a lot of personal material involving, children. And I now have a difficulty with your response to Commissioner Khumalo's question. What Commissioner Khumalo refers to is not how VIPs visit your office. He wasn't coming in his capacity as a VIP. He was coming in his personal capacity, requesting a favor from you regarding suspicions that he's being investigated by the Hawks and the like. And from that conversation, one picks up that the two of you are planning at some clandestine meeting. You end up, because of diary issues, you end up inviting him to your office. And then to avoid a record of the visit, you suggest he use that entrance. I beg of you, please don't make me do it.
No, I'm not disputing that he used the entrance. I'm telling you, ordinarily it was done. Here he did come to visit me. And unfortunately, when he did come to visit, it turned out it wasn't anything to do with the Hawks, but he had an issue about somebody plotting against him. It did turn out that it wasn't the Hawks. I want to make that clear. But the
point is, this is not a VIP visiting IDEC office.
No, this was my friend.
This is a personal visit by a friend. And when you say to him, come via VIP entrance and don't sign in, you're not doing that for a VIP coming in his official capacity. You're doing it for your friend who's coming there to discuss personal issues.
I accept that, Chair.
And that is the whole point, to demonstrate that you have a very close relationship and the lengths you'll go to accommodate one another. I referenced how you address each other at times, either calling each other gorgeous, you tell each other how much you miss each other. And that's yes, dearest. Okay, now have we established the relationship? It's a very deep and personal one.
Yes.
And a very close one.
Correct.
So then,
can I just add that what also seems to appear from this personal relationship is you also discuss, as friends, close friends, you discuss things that have to do with your work. For example, you've mentioned the Hawks issue. I'm looking at page 3243, where he wants you to tell him who said something, and you say, I will tell you when I see you. For now, be smart. And it's this second part that I'm reading that can be a source of concern. You say, for now, be smart about who you trust at work. please don't say anything to anyone about you had someone is out to get you, because you could be talking to the culprit. So you and him are discussing matters that have something to do with what's happening in his workplace, and you're advising each other and you're reporting to each other. That's what that message is. Okay, thank you.
And if I then may conclude on that note, it goes further, and one picks up from the charts that both of you have a very close relationship with General Sintumule.
Yes, well, I don't know how close his relationship was with her, but I had a very close relationship with her.
No, you must be aware, because when General Sintumule, according to this chart, was down with COVID, you and General Khan were planning what you should cook for General Sintumule, some dal soup and other fancy soups. And there were complaints that she's not picking up. You advised, no, she's not picking up because due to her level of incapacity, she was advised to switch off the phone. Then it comes back to you at some point, I eventually managed to talk to her. So you do know that he too has got a close relationship with General Sintumule, and the issue is that both of you have this relationship, and you were both concerned when she contracted COVID.
Correct.
Okay. Now, all this is relevant to the testimony of witness, I've run out of alphabet.
Witness rule officer. McCain.
Witness O.
Oh,
Witness O. Thank you. Before we get to witness O, you will recall that on the 7th of July, 26, the commission issued you with a subpoena requesting that you submit certain documents. And that subpoena is dated the 7th of July, 2026. I think you've been provided with a copy. The request there concerned certain dockets. Firstly, it was 1.1 recopying an affidavit received, a copy of that affidavit received by IDEC regarding Brigadier Mukwele's appointment. The second was all emails and or other written communication between yourself and witness O, stationed within the Division Crime Intelligence, on or about the 4th of July 2018 regarding the complaint lodged and criminal case opened by Brigadier Petle against General Feroz Khan for an alleged assault. The third request was in respect of dockets into the investigation of Mr. Inabath Kistia. I apologize if I mispronounced.
Ibanat Kistia.
Ma'am?
Ibanat Kistia.
Ibanat Kistia. Thank you. And the last was dockets in respect of investigations into General Masemola's and General Mkwanazi's alleged receipt of the Louis Vuitton bags from a sub-supplier. So those were the documents requested of you. You were able to provide all the documents requested except for the emails and the written communication between yourself and witness O regarding an incident of around July 2018 involving General Khan, in which he is alleged to have assaulted Brigadier Petle.
That is correct.
Your response, your explanation for failure to provide that information was that this goes back to 2018 or 8 years ago, 8 years ago, and that your emails do not go that far.
My Gmail.
Your Gmail doesn't go that far, and therefore you are unable to retrieve any record of communication between yourself and witness O. I then informed you that witness O has made available certain documents and emails, and I gave you her complete bundle regarding this matter, which is what she testified to. And I asked you to consider whether, upon consideration of these documents, is there anything you dispute, that you take issue with, that although you don't have your own, you do not recall being correct and accurate. And you led me to understand that you have no basis to challenge the accuracy of the documents provided by witness O. Am I reflecting your position correctly?
Correct, because I didn't have my own emails and I didn't have a recollection. I can't dispute what she had.
What you recalled was the act itself that witness O testified to, and that was the act of your sharing the docket in respect of Brigadier Peter's complaint with General Khan. You recall? You admitted at least having that recollection.
I had a recollection, as I explained in our consultation, that I had shared documents with her. It is when you showed it to me that I realized what it was that was shared. I just wanted to correct. I didn't dispute what was shared.
Yes.
I could not recollect what was shared. And because of her record, I was able to look at it and confirm.
And we engaged about the contents of the exhibits of witness O's annexures, including the statement by Mr. Barry Bateman explaining the circumstances under which the docket was shared with Mr. Khan. At the time, you had an explanation for what transpired there. So, and I point that out to state that the fact that you have an explanation as to what transpired based on documents you did not give means that they triggered your memory. Upon considering and reading the papers, your memory was triggered and you remembered what transpired. Am I correct thus far?
Correct.
And lastly, you indicated that you cannot shed any further light because of a non-personal relationship you have with General Khan. And, you expressed your relationship, at least to me, during consultation in the same terms that you have in your statement. But we know that's not correct. We've established that this is a very, very close and personal relationship. So I say, you must know why and under what circumstances you shared that docket with General Khan. It cannot be, I don't remember because I don't have such a close relationship with him. We've established that cannot be a basis. You've had these documents for 2 weeks now. I'm sure you have read and reread them and are able to assess.
It is. Sorry, if you'll just let me.
Oh, if you are looking for the documents, it's Exhibit 1, CJC 368, starting from page 1.
Now, I was just looking for my supplementary statement.
Your supplementary state to the commission.
To the commission.
Have you located it?
We have located
Okay.
it. And commissioners, it is in file 1, and I do not wish to belabor a point. I have read this into the record, and at the stage where we are, and I'm expected to perhaps respond and answer a question, I just wanted to indicate, Chair, that and it would be on the There's a red number 2 on the page, and it would be the supplementary dated the 20th day of July, Chair and Commissioners. Sorry, I proceed at paragraph 5, where I read on day 1, and if Chair would allow me to just reiterate. I said the notice requires me to deal with allegations against me testified to by Colonel Kobus Rule Officer, Captain McLean, and Witness O. The allegations as summarized implicate me in alleged criminal conduct. The allegations are contained in a docket, which is now with the NPA for a decision on whether I should or not be prosecuted and further handling. That this is so, Chair, was confirmed by the NPA on the 10th of July 2026, as well as by the witness McLean when he testified on that day. Now that the matter is before the NPA on the basis set out above, Chair, for a decision on whether I should or not be prosecuted, various consequences emerge. One of those consequences of the need for me to have my rights protected. Thus, when I testify on those matters, should I be called upon to do so, Chair, I will humbly exercise my right not to incriminate myself under Section 35(3)(j) of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, read with Section 3(4) of the Commissions Act of 1947. These instruments guarantee my right against self-incrimination. If I could just read the last paragraph then, Chair. I hold the view that the Commission's fact-finding mandate does not override my constitutional protection against self-incrimination under any circumstances. And it is for those reasons, Chair, that this affidavit is submitted to place my position in regard to the testimony of the witnesses identified above formally before the Commission.
Two things. You say you were informed that the matter is before the DPP to decide whether or not to prosecute. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Or to proffer charges against you. So that decision is not in yet. It's not there. Correct? There is no decision to prosecute right now.
There is a docket that has been sent for prosecution with its evidence, meaning that a decision must now be made, Chair, on whether or not I should be prosecuted.
And I maintain there is no decision to prosecute. Where is it? It's awaited. That's the first. And if the decision has not been made, and you are not under prosecution, I'm sure you appreciate you cannot invoke the rights set out in Section 35 of the Constitution, because those are the rights of an accused person.
Correct.
Okay.
That I do invoke the rights of the Commission.
Indeed.
And as I appear before the Commission, Meselo, I therefore invoke those rights, as those rights are also set out to protect me in terms of my right not to incriminate myself.
I have lost my note here, and you rightly refer to Section 3(4) of the Commissions Act. But you know, it must be read with the regulation. You are aware that anything anyone states and testifies to in the Commission that has the potential to self-incriminate cannot be used against them in any subsequent criminal proceedings.
It can, however, be used by investigators, as has been the case, to roadmap further investigations against you, to enhance and bolster their case.
My question remains unanswered. There is that guarantee that anything you say in this commission cannot be used against you in subsequent criminal proceedings. How that information can be used is the second part, and we'll deal with it, but what it cannot do. that information can be used against you. Things that you uttered, they can be used against you. It's a legal position. You have to accept that. It is what it is. I quite appreciate the risks that you highlight. We'll get to them. But you have to accept that that's what the law provides.
Sorry, Ms. Silo, yes, Section 35, 3J refers to an accused person. But does the issue of accused person apply to Section 3, subsection 4 of the Commissions Act, to the privilege against self-incrimination?
No, I distinguish between the two.
Yes, yes.
Here in her affidavit, she's raised both.
Yes.
Section 35 of the Constitution, and I say that doesn't apply in this case because she's not an accused.
Okay.
So she can only resort to 3-4 of the Commissions Act.
And then you raise the issue that such evidence
Exactly.
cannot be. But what about the point of derivative evidence?
And I think this is...
Which would be quite prejudicial under certain circumstances, depending on what has been derived, even if they don't use what a witness may themselves have said. But
Which is the second point she raised. And I said I distinguish
Yes.
between her acknowledging that there are those provisions in the law. She mentions precisely the issue that it may provide a roadmap for future investigations, precisely to ensure a successful criminal prosecution. So I say that is the second leg. So the chair is slightly ahead of us. We were still recognizing that what she says by law ought not to be used against her. It's not lost on me the value of whoever wants to initiate criminal prosecution to follow the evidence of the commission and perhaps have a thinking and an investigation angle that they would otherwise not have had to arrive at the very conclusion that the Act seeks to protect the witness against.
also, perhaps you will again say I'm already ahead. I'm thinking, under what circumstances then would this privilege work in practical circumstances if a witness can always be told, but what you have said cannot be used against you? Wouldn't that bring to naught the very entitlement under Section 3, subsection 4?
Yes, but the witness in her statement suggests that any issues pertaining to, I'll say, witness owes evidence, she cannot respond to. So her invocation of that section is way too wide.
Yes.
I think she's entitled to say, I cannot answer maybe for fear of self-incrimination, but she may do so only in response to a specific question. Her affidavit suggests, don't ask me anything.
Yeah. No,
That is the practicality of it, as I see it, Chair.
That I get, which is why we engaged in the rather schizophrenic approach, which I think was forced on us by circumstances with Mr. Mokhodzi. It was question by question, and he raised his entitlement not to incriminate himself.
And
But
that's exactly what I seek.
We still went through the process, and I felt like dying. But
I shall not be the cause of your death, Chair, I promise.
No.
I'm trying to...
No.
I understand.
I've just made the point that I understood why we had to do it.
Yes.
So which automatically means that even in this instance, I understand why it should be done.
I in fact, I think we are about all running on empty now. It's an approach I would prefer not to have to engage in. It is laborious. And at the end of the day, it achieves, I think, for purposes of the commission, very little, if anything.
In this case, actually, I agree with the point you've just made.
Yes.
In this case, Advocate Johnson, witnesses have given what, on the face of it, appears to be very strong evidence that you did share the docket with General Khan. Very strong evidence. What could have countered that would have been testimony from you, which, as we now see, you are not willing to do. Without contradiction, that very strong evidence may lead to a conclusion by us that those witnesses were telling the truth.
I understand.
I hope you understand that this has nothing to do with the unacceptable drawing of inferences from your failure to testify. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is the evidence on its own is so strong that if not countered, it may easily lead us to the conclusion that you did share the docket with General Khan.
I understand.
Yeah. So, which perhaps may obviate
Absolutely.
the need for us to go through this laborious and painful exercise.
Indeed, Chair. It's too horrific to contemplate. I too wouldn't want to go through it. But then it goes further as regards inferences that we suggest be drawn by the Commission as all the evidence tendered by witness O must therefore be accepted, particularly in circumstances where you were provided with an opportunity in this Commission to contradict any aspect of her testimony. If you don't, then the Commission will have no basis to reject any suggestions and any conclusions she could potentially have drawn from the evidence that she has tendered. Are you happy with that?
I understand. May I ask the chair just for a 5-minute indulgence, just to speak to the legal team?
Thank you.
And then we also would like to make this as painless as possible. But I hope that there's an appreciation that there are rights that I would like protected.
Thank you. Will adjourn, will come back when we are told to. Let's adjourn.